Congratulations for clicking on this video today. My name is Revinola or Rivavinola, and right now we're going to discuss whether or not we need drive forms in Kingdom Hearts 3, or rather it's just going to be me talking to myself alone, hence the username. Anyway, back on topic. The Kingdom Hearts Twitter recently posted that drive forms are in fact confirmed for Kingdom Hearts 3. The new drive forms are Guard Form and Power Form. Both forms involve Sora changing clothes, and Guard Form involves him changing his weapon to a shield, which I will get to. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest and say I really wasn't on board with drive forms actually returning in Kingdom Hearts 3 based on everything else that we have seen. I mean, based on the trailers, because, spoiler alert, I haven't played the game yet, Sora is already capable of using the command menu, which involves the attack command, using magic, as well as using items. Keyblade transformations, free running / parkour, flow motion, attraction flow, which involves him summoning Disney rides, limits, and while not in the trailers, summons are also stated to return, which involves summoning a Disney character. And now we have drive forms. Altogether, that is 8 different ways the player has to attack various opponents in the game. I mean, I get why the developers are trying to make Sora extremely powerful in this game, since this will be the conclusion of the Xehanort saga, but there is such a thing as balance, as well as being too overpowered. Take Kingdom Hearts 2 for example. In that game, Sora only had the command menu, drive forms, summons, and limits for the players, yet the average player could still find a way of beating the game without ever touching 3 of them. This is because mashing X in that game proved really effective and was the least complicated of the bunch. So, when Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix was released, they made sure to add a new difficulty mode, as well as add 20 new boss fights where mashing X through them will get your ass killed. While these remedied the balance, they didn't fix the issue completely since you could still mash X throughout the majority of the game. Hence why we have videos out there titled Beyond the X Button, which addresses this issue. And I'm worried that Kingdom Hearts 3 will create a sequel to that video. And this isn't even including the fact this game is going to be developed by the Osaka team, the same people who had an aid in contributing those Thunder Surges, Fire Surges, Mind Shields, Mind Squares, Balloon Spells, and even Lethal Frames for the player to use, because those moves just scream very balanced in their respective games. I honestly thought that the developers would make this game a bit more balanced when they announced that reaction commands would not be returning in this game. While that didn't make some fans very happy, it made sense based on the arsenal Sora already has in Kingdom Hearts 3. His arsenal was is so vast and, dare I say, flashy, that adding reaction commands to the game seemed really unnecessary. I later thought that the same logic was going to be applied to the drive forms as well, but apparently I was wrong. Now, the only way I feel they could quote-unquote fix this issue is by A, removing some of the abilities so that Sora's arsenal is a bit more stable, B, limiting his abilities a bit, like Sora is only capable of using attraction flow when he's in a boss fight, or flow motion is only usable after triggering an event or something. Another way is through simply combining some of his abilities so that his arsenal isn't so vast, particularly the Keyblade transformations and drive forms, which is what the Twitter images show. Guard Form, the new drive form they revealed, involves Sora changing his Keyblade based on Herc's shield into an actual shield. I like this concept, simply because it reduces Sora's abilities without actually reducing them, as well as giving the player the experience of not picking one over the other. 2 birds for the price of 1, I say. I mean, think about it. Whenever Sora changes into Valor Form or Power Form, the Keyblade always changes into an offensive weapon like a hammer or a gun. And whenever he changes into Guard Form, like mentioned earlier, it goes into a defensive stance like a shield. And this technique can be made even more unique if all the Keyblades had different transformations associated with them. Like, all the Keyblades have a defensive or offensive stance when going into a drive form, but they are all different. Not all the offensive forms wield a gun, and not all of them defensive forms wield a shield. Again, 2 birds with 1 stone. The last way I see them quote-unquote fixing this issue is through the AI. Since If none of these solutions are implemented, then we always have the enemy AI to look forward to, since they are stated to be stronger and even smart enough to handle or balance out Sora's wide gameplay. After all, the AI overall is supposed to be better in this game than in previous entries before it. In conclusion, I'm not exactly thrilled about drive forms returning in this game, since I feel that Sora's arsenal is already vast enough and doesn't need any sort of additions. Despite this, I'm still going to buy this game at the end of the day. That is, if I have enough money left. I swear 2017 is going to murder my wallet. I mean, will drive forms ruin my experience with this or stop me from buying it? Hell no. However, it will make me a bit disappointed, especially if none of the solutions I gave are implemented or even considered. But I get over that dread pretty quickly, since I know full well that when I buy this game, something will be unbalanced about the gameplay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video today. Comment what do you think about the drive forms being revealed. Do you think they were necessary? Will they enrich the gameplay? Will they unbalance it? I would love to read your thoughts about it. Thank you for watching, and this is Reverinola going back to bed. Ciao.